Hey everybody, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and today we are talking about AI and the machines. And here's where the machines, or the AI, will start taking your job. Now, this is coming from Big Think, and I thought this was just absolutely fascinating. It's actually coming from 2017, though, so I had to do a little bit of adjustments and calculations, but you'll see where I'm going with this. Now, here's what's going on. Researchers at the University of Oxford surveyed the world's best artificial intelligence experts to find out exactly when machines will be better at humans in various occupations. Now, Katja Grace from Oxford's Future of Humanity Institute led the team that gathered responses from 352 academics and industry experts in machine learning. They then calculated the median responses to come up with some concrete numbers. So, for example, within the next 10 years or so, we should have AI do better than humans at translating languages. That's coming by 2024. And interestingly enough, Zoom just acquired a company, apparently, out of Germany that will do that. So we may see that a little sooner. Also, by 2026, we'll see them writing high school level essays and hopefully getting A's on that. That's by 2026. By 2028, AI is expected to write at least one top 40 song that we'll all be listening to on the radio or whatever, and also driving trucks. And while the consensus may be that driving trucks may come by 2027 or 2028, it's obviously easy to predict, like many of these categories, that because of tech entrepreneurs like Elon Musk pushing for these kinds of things, that these innovations may come earlier than these estimates. And we've seen that basically where our estimates are outpaced by the advancements in technology. Now, a chore that would take less time, like folding laundry, should basically be here for an artificial intelligence by next year in 2022, according to the experts. Other tasks might take longer, but are still within the foreseeable future. So, for example, it's likely you might be around for some of these. We should get AI-driven machines in the retail space by 2031. By 2049, AI should be writing New York Times bestsellers and performing surgeries by 2053. Overall, AI should be better than humans at pretty much everything in about 40 to 45 years. That is what they are saying. Now, obviously, as I mentioned, since the study was done in 2017, I just obviously got wind of it here. Here are some of the estimates from some of the other categories. I thought this was interesting. An artificial intelligence winning the World Series of Poker should be less than 5 years away. An artificial intelligence assembling a very complex Lego set, or any Lego set, is 5 to 6 years away, meaning it doesn't need help. It understands what to do and can read the instructions. Telephone bank, basically like a telephone banking operator to deal with any issue when you call your bank, is about 5 years out before you realize it's not actually an AI. As I mentioned, acting as a retail salesperson is about 12 years out. And interestingly enough, replacing all human tasks are about 40 to 45 years out, but they're saying replacing all human jobs, meaning your job has multiple tasks, and as basically the AI gets improved, it's taking away those tasks. But to completely replace humanity in doing jobs, we're about 120 years out. Now, as MIT Technology Review pointed out, these predictions have a way of coming earlier. AI, for example, wasn't supposed to beat humans in a game of Go. That's the Chinese game. It's very complex, until 2027, and that actually happened in 2015. In fact, it took Google's DeepMind just 2 years to come up with the necessary technology instead of the 12 that was predicted. On the other hand, as 40 years is an average is average for a person's working life, predictions that extend past that may be unreliable, as they are based on technology which the experts might not have enough practical knowledge on. Now, interestingly enough, there is a difference in how the experts from different parts of the world are viewing the future. Researchers out of Asia were putting the AI takeover in just 30 years, while North American counterparts seeing that happening in about 74 years. Full automation of labor is expected in under 125 years. Now, here's the thing. What wasn't mentioned in this article is that while the artificial intelligence may actually develop the ability to outperform humans in some way, shape, or form, as I just mentioned, these predictions, we actually still have to develop and then mass produce the hardware to take over that position, and that is no easy task. Autonomous driving, obviously we're inserting cameras and all of that, but everybody having, like, you know, Rosie the robot from the Jetsons walking around cleaning your house and doing your job, we're not quite there. And so what's going to happen is the software is probably going to outpace, in terms of artificial intelligence, our ability to keep up with the hardware, which is usually reversed from what we see in the standard computer industry, where we have these blazing fast processors and the software can't keep up. So we're going to see how AI evolves as we throw more computing firepower at it, but mass producing those machines, I predict, is why it's going to take this long, because we're going to have to retool all of this. And I also thought it was very interesting how researchers in Asia are seeing it much different than researchers here in North America. So we'll see what that happens. I'd love to know your predictions. Do you think they're right? Do you think they're wrong? Do you think Judgment Day is going to happen well before then, and we're all going to be fighting for scraps in the street as the Terminators kill the rest of us? That's probably my theory. You let me know. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP. And please feel free to subscribe to me at YouTube as well. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, everyone.